There are some stadiums that cannot be replaced. In many cases, it's better for a team and their city to continue to renovate and improve their home rather than replace it. But for these next stadiums, it's clear they have reached the end of their lives, for their time of accommodating fans and hosting games is coming to a close. Stadiums die for a variety of reasons, but there's usually a backup plan. Let's find out who and what those are. 10 stadiums that will be demolished or abandoned soon is coming up right after this. There are a lot of opinions on what's healthy, and sure, some are better than others, but if you've learned anything, it's that you have to follow a plan that suits you and your personal goals. That's why I'm here to tell you about Factor, a meal service that makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Factor menus are updated weekly and include over 27 meals and 33 add-on options. And you can customize your diet plan: keto, calorie smart, chef's choice, vegan or veggie. It's all here. Plus, no prep or mess. These meals are ready to go. I drink one of their smoothies in the morning for breakfast and then zap one of their delicious meals for lunch. They taste great and are low calorie. Simple, wholesome eating, and I can't debate that. So after this video, head to go.factor75.com/5points120 and use code 5points120 to get $120 off your first 5 weeks of meals. Again, that's go.factor75.com/5points120 from the link below and use code 5points120 to get $120 off your first 5 weeks of meals. Confirmed stadium replacements. Probably the least aesthetically pleasing stadium on this list, but it has the most character. With friends like these, who needs amenities? Opened in 1973, Highmark, better known as Ralph Wilson, features one of the most basic stadium designs in the NFL, and despite recent renovations and a storied history, has been slated for replacement in 2026. Nobody was surprised by the outdated stadium's demise. However, many were shocked by the near $1 billion in public funds that have been earmarked for the new open-air stadium. Ah yes, leveraged taxpayer funds at work. In the approved plan, Highmark will be demolished and replaced by a 62,000-seat stadium on its old ground. That's 10,000 less than the old one. Let's hope the parking lot gets upgraded to softer concrete. Though this stadium looks okay, environmental challenges have plagued it since its inception, causing it to be abandoned in 2020 despite the need to have a large capacity venue on the island. Because of Hawaii's proximity to the ocean and salt water, steel corrodes here easily, which has caused major problems as the structure has rusted and become unsafe over the years. Combined with the heat and the rain, the island also presents future challenges to any new stadium. Plus, the local workers like to surf when the weather is nice and not do dumb things like weld. And I don't blame them. The new stadium is supposed to start construction in 2023, though there are multiple proposals on the table, so I don't know exactly which one. The most likely being the new Aloha Stadium district the state government wants to implement. If there ever was a building that personified the most bizarre dispute between a team and a city, it's Gila Arena. It's no secret that the Arizona Coyotes have, much like the ice they play on, struggled to find a home in the desert. Opened in 2003, Gila River Arena was a better suited venue for the NHL, as it was configured for hockey. After multiple ownership changes, threats of relocation, and missed rent and tax payments, it was the city of Glendale that kicked out the Coyotes in 2021, forcing them to find a new home. Their solution will be to temporarily move into ASU's new multi-purpose arena, which boasts a capacity of 5,000 and looks smaller than Donald Trump's hands. Yep, the Yotes plan to crash on their college friend's couch until either a new arena in Tempe is built or they can hitchhike out of town. Gila River Arena will likely remain open as an event center, but will no longer host major sports next year. Semi-confirmed or disputed replacements. Maybe the most appropriately named stadium in the history of all sports, the Saddle Dome in Calgary is now nearing the end of its long life as the home of the Flames. In 2013, the Saddle Dome was flooded up to the 8th row of the lower bowl when the nearby Elbow and Bow rivers overflowed. In 2015, it was clear the arena, the third oldest in the NHL, needed to be replaced. A proposal called Calgary Next was drawn up, which would combine a new arena with a new CFL stadium in the same district. That fell through as the cost to the taxpayer was too much, and you know it was too high when Canadians don't want to pay more taxes. A new plan was drawn up in 2017 to replace just the Saddle Dome, and that was approved in 2019. However, in 2021, the city council balked as costs skyrocketed because it turned out the new design was actually not feasible. Then in December of 2021, the group that owns the Flames pulled out of the deal, citing disagreements on costs. It looks like a game of chicken, honestly, as there's no way the Saddle Dome could possibly make it to 2033 when the lease expires. Who knows? For now, the Flames are staying put. It's no secret FedEx Field is a dump. Literally. When it's not spewing drainage onto their fans or its grass literally ending careers, it's also difficult to get in and out of and overall just sucks, as it is consistently rated the worst stadium in the NFL. Despite knowing all this and the stadium coming to the end of its life, there is no set plan for where a new place will be. So far, 3 potential sites have been named in Virginia, which includes Sterling, Woodbridge, and Dumfries. And if you are from the DMV, none of these would excite you, as you know traffic would suck at all 3. Yeah, Dumfries. Maryland has proposed a plan right next to the old one, and DC wants to build a new one on the site of the abandoned RFK Stadium. Either way, with Dan Snyder's future as the team's owner uncertain because you can't steal from the other owners, and the area being known for red tape, it could take a while for the Commanders to get new digs. Hopefully nobody actually dies before then. Since it was rebuilt in 2002, Soldier Field has been more of a fan tolerance than a fan favorite. With unusual architecture, an odd seating configuration, harsh weather coming off of Lake Michigan, and difficult access, new Soldier Field has certainly faced its challenges despite being relatively young in terms of stadium age. After years of speculation and a delisting as a historic landmark, in 2021 the Bears submitted a bid for the nearby Arlington Park racetrack property and reached an agreement. Most fans seem on board with the new site as it would just make more sense. The same architecture firm that built Allegiant Stadium has been hired, and the lease at Soldier Field could end as early as 2026. As of today, no renderings have been done, so it could take up to 10 years before either the Bears get a new stadium or Justin Fields gets an offensive line. If there ever was a stadium saga that could be turned into a movie, it's the sad tale of the Oakland Coliseum. Oh wait, I did that already. One of the oldest active stadiums in pro sports, the Coliseum once served 2 teams and was heavily renovated to serve one of them, the Raiders, who moved out just last year, leaving an oddly configured baseball field that simply cannot be fixed. Both the A's and the city of Oakland have known this for decades, yet proposal after proposal has fallen through. Most recently, one at the Howard Terminal, which looks beautiful, but it has been the subject of a massive game of chicken between the politicians and team ownership. With tweets like this, it's been highly speculated that the A's are dragging their feet on purpose so that they can join the Raiders in Vegas. And honestly, I don't know if we can blame them. Now we'll end with a few old-ass stadiums who have less concrete plans in place. Ah yes, while Baker Mayfield may be moving out of this house soon, the Browns may be following suit. Though there are no formal proposals, the Browns in Cleveland find themselves in a love it or list it type of conundrum to either renovate the 23-year-old arena or build something completely new. As this article states, the team and the city might want a dome like US Bank Arena in Minneapolis to curb the brisk climate and attract events such as the Final Four. Yeah, it's pretty bad when you're Cleveland and you envy both the Mini and Indianapolises. Though much beloved by the fans, just like Madonna, it can't hide its age forever. Yes, GEHA Stadium, aka Arrowhead, is 50 years old. And recently, the Chiefs' ownership has been mulling its options for when the lease expires in 2031. One such plan may involve moving the stadium to actual Kansas near the Speedway. This would actually make sense, but don't expect Kansas City, Missouri to not put up a fight. The Royals have also expressed interest in putting a stadium in downtown Kansas City, so a split up of stadiums could be an inevitability, no matter which Kansas City or Kansas either team ends up in. And finally, our last stadium that will eventually be replaced or abandoned. It's amazing that the Trop has made it 32 years on Earth, considering it's been consistently ranked as one of the lower end parks in baseball in both quality and fan attendance. However, when you start thinking about replacement for this place, things get really tricky. First off, you probably need a dome in Tampa, as the harsh summers really aren't conducive to day games. Second, you need to put up close to $900 million, so you know a franchise that has low attendance isn't going to be loaded with cash, and a city that is obviously indifferent to the Rays being there anyways isn't going to be willing to fund a new project. There have been multiple renderings of concepts before, each one not really getting past the drawing board. Of course, the Rays originally shopped a two-city split between them and Montreal, but thankfully that dumbass idea was abandoned. The lease at the Trop ends in 2027, and there isn't a locked-in proposal yet, so time is running out. But one thing is known, like all stadiums on this list, they cannot last forever.